How are you, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends? I am difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before we begin, you can find this podcast show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. This is the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real, uncensored, and shooting straight between the eyes. The third eye, that is. I am going to hit you with explicit truth. This solo show is outrageously honest and keenly witty with a view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every day when we wake up from sleeping. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. Let's get something straight. Really, really straight. I am truly, actually, habitually, and shamelessly difficult and demanding. And I completely own it. Now, I don't ask for much because I expect and receive it all. I firmly believe that if you expect shit, you will receive shit. What does that mean? Well, it means expect nothing but the best and don't settle for less. As always, I, your host, Tara, am keeping it real and uncensored. Are you ready for me? Your answer better be yes. Why do you think I call myself difficult and demanding? It's for a reason. Now that you have a better understanding, it is time to dive into the next episode of the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast. Are there circumstances or reasons that could justify sleeping with someone's wife, girlfriend, or husband or boyfriend? Finally, climb aboard and enjoy the entire show because I am giving you plenty of ridiculous honesty. Once the podcast episode ends, I am keeping it going on my Instagram page at Difficult and Demanding and on my Twitter page at Mrs. D and D. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today what I want to discuss is thrill sex. And for a number of you, thrill sex can be any and everything that you can think of. But today what I want to focus on is thrill sex, meaning sleeping with a friend's husband or sleeping with a friend's wife. Even when I think about it, it sends chills down my spine and sends shockwaves through my brain. I'm trying to imagine the circumstances or the situation that one would have to be in to even foster the thought and to even muster the courage to cross that line. Why would you do it? Do you think it's purely for sex? We know it's forbidden, it's taboo, it's not supposed to happen. We're not supposed to cross those lines with our close friends or neighbors, yet it happens nonetheless. Why do you think people do it? Naturally, you would say it's sexual gratification. But besides sexual gratification, what is underlying? What's the undercurrent that's there? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to place myself in this situation in my mind to think, what must I be possibly going through that I would indulge in fucking someone's husband or fucking someone's wife? It has to be on some level a fuck you to somebody. It's one of the ultimate fuck yous because you're doing it and it's right in front of your spouse's, your partner's faces. You all get together, you hang out, you engage, but you and the person that you're fucking, you have this secret, this naughty, lustful, hot, sexy ass secret. But you're pretending that everything is normal. You're pretending everything is okay. Why do we pretend? And why do we stay in situations in which we're not happy at all? You see, when you engage in something like sleeping with someone's spouse partner, you're putting a lot on the line. You're risking a lot. And there's an adrenaline rush that goes along with it. The sneaking around, the making plans, the waiting, the wanting, the building of desire, all those things that you're not getting at home, which makes the sex even more hot and more intense because you don't have access to it all the time. But let me pose this question. If you got enough balls to fuck someone's husband or to fuck someone's wife, then where's that goddamn courage in leaving who you're with and do what the fuck you want to do? Why not do what you really want to do? If you want to get fucked in the ass, you want to sleep with that person, whatever it is that you want to do, why hide? You're saying hiding and lying is part of the thrill. I bet it is. You see, but there's other ways that we can cultivate desire. You want to build tension. You want to build horniness. You want someone to want you more than air than itself. There's other ways to do it. But for some reason, we as humans, we want what we cannot have. We want what we should not have. And then after we have it, we'll either go back several times or we'll go back to our fuck all situation. How do you have sex with a friend's husband, wife, and they blow your goddamn mind and you go back home to your mediocre, mundane, routine life? How do you do that shit? Because if it was me, I would not want to be touched or near anyone or anything that's not giving me the greatest pleasure at all. I would leave a motherfucker. If I had enough horniness, gumption to go fuck somebody else, that same courage for me, I would extend that shit all the way to the finish line. I can't go and lay in bed next to some motherfucker who I know who's not fulfilling me, who can't do it for me. I can't lay in bed like that. I can't pretend. Maybe I'm too raw. Maybe I'm too passionate. Maybe I'm too honest. I go where I feel good. And if you're not making me feel good, then why in the fuck are you lying next to me in my bed? Because everything else is good? See, that's the first mistake that we make. We like to categorize our relationships. We like to have these categories as far as what a relationship is comprised of. And for some reason, when it comes to sex, we think that can be put on hold, turn on, turn off, slowed up, turn the fuck down. We deny our sexuality, and I don't know why or understand why that's okay. As humans, sexuality is a part of who you are. It's a part of who you are. So how can you continue to be in a relationship where you know that motherfucker's not blowing your mind? Their touch makes your goddamn skin crawl. Yet on the other hand, you have somebody who winks at you and your fucking ass is creaming all over yourself. If that person can make you cream all over yourself just by looking at you, then why are they not worth the risk? Isn't the reward good enough? You see, because if it was me, no one gets to touch me unless the reward matches the risk. And if the reward does not match the risk, I'm not going to do that shit. Because you have to keep in mind, you can get caught any day, any way, anyhow. So if you're going to do something, do it. Have no regret. Have no guilt. Have no shame. But if you're fucking someone like a friend's husband or wife and you can get caught and you're going to feel sad, bad, guilty about that, then I would say you shouldn't be fucking them at all. You're saying, I'm callous. I'm audacious. I am very audacious. But I'm also a grown-ass woman. And as a grown-ass woman, I have the right to do as I fucking please with my body. Now, also as a grown-ass woman, I owe it to the person I claim to love and to care for to tell them the truth. Now, you're saying they can't handle the truth. Well, that's not my goddamn problem. Because when we cease being compatible, when we cease being fluid sexually, that's a clear red-ass flag that our relationship's not working. But we're saying all these other areas are working, so what's the big deal on sex? Well, if sex is not a big deal, then why don't you be honest about it? Why don't you go up to your friend's husband or wife and say, look, I want to fuck your wife or I want to fuck your husband. I've had my eye on them for a while. He wants me, she wants me, and we're going to do it. I'm just letting you know, FYI. How many of you guys are going to do that? You're not, because you're scared of getting punched in the fucking face, getting your ass beat, or getting embarrassed for someone knowing that you're engaging in some shit that's illicit. But illicit is what you want. So why not be illicit, bold, and free? Why be illicit behind the scenes? You don't want people to judge you? If you get caught, they're going to judge you anyway. Or you're working hard so you're not caught. I would rather work hard and fucking a motherfucker to death and back to life than to work hard hiding. I don't like hiding. I don't like lying. I don't like secrets. If I want something, I motherfucking want that shit. If I want it, I need it, and I'm going to have it. And nothing or no one is going to stop me from having that shit. Nothing or no one is going to make me feel enough guilt, shame, regret about what I'm doing. If you need something, you want something, you desire it, then that's your mind, body, and spirit telling you that's the way to go. But if you are too greedy, too hesitant to hold on to someone that's no longer working for you, that's when you fuck shit up. You're saying that sounds rash and impulsive. It's not rash and impulsive. I think very long and hard about what I want and what I need. And if what I want and what I need is not getting met, then I start making moves to release what I'm attached to so I can set myself the fuck free. Because when I'm free, I get to do what I want, how I want, and I don't have to answer to anyone or anything. I don't like fucking messy. I don't. The only thing that should be messy or hot is who and the hell that I'm fucking at this point in time. I don't want to have to keep my story straight. I don't want to have to cover up. I don't have to do that. That's too much motherfucking work. That is taken away from my sexual bliss, my sexual enjoyment. What do you think about that? I don't want to spend my time covering up. I am completely an adult woman, and there's not a goddamn thing that I need to fucking cover up. So what I'm suggesting to all of you, man the fuck up, woman the fuck up. Take ownership of your behavior. Say, yes, I want it, I need it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to have it. What does this mean for our relationship? See, the issue is we care too much about what other people think. We care too much about following rules of society. And we all live by the premise that we are going to be sexually fulfilled, which means if you want to be fucked from the sun up to the sun down, you make that shit happen. Sex, there's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with it when it's fucking hot, messy, sweaty, animalistic. There's nothing wrong with it. But we feel like we're dirty, we're unworthy, we are of a subhuman sort. Because we want to get fucked. We don't want to do it in the everyday mission style. No, we want some adventure. We want some thrill. We want some newness. We want some rawness. We want to get fucking freaky. But when you're in a relationship and you've painted this image of yourself of how you are, how you're clean, close cut, clean shaven, you have your college degrees, your MBA degrees, and you have this perfect image that you have painted and you have concocted. When deep down, you want your ass fucking rammed. You want it raw, you want it hot, you want it sexy. But if anyone knows that about you, what? That takes away from your professionalism, that takes away from your success, that takes away from your credibility. What the fuck you do in the bedroom? What does that have to do with the boardroom? Bedroom, boardroom. Those are two different things. And you can still be the same person. You can still be the same person. Everyone have different needs. You have different wants. And I don't know how or when we're going to accept the fact that in the bedroom you can be how you want to be. You can do who you want to do, how you want to do them. And it's no one's goddamn business. So if you want to fuck your friend's wife or you want to fuck your friend's husband, and clearly they want to reciprocate, why not be honest about it? Why not tell your partner, like, look, this is not working for me. You're going to lose them. You probably shouldn't be with them. I go by the premise of Either you give me all that I need or your ass gots to go. I am not settling. I am not compromising. I'm not fucking sacrificing. Either you got it or you don't, or you will or you motherfucking won't. Can or you cannot. Cannot do with half-stepping, excuse making. I can't deal with it. At a certain age, we have to get to the point where this is what I need. This is what I want. This is who I am. Do you align up to those things or not? If you do not align up to those things, I love you. We can still be friends, but this goddamn relationship is over. And hello, you come over to me. You're exactly what I've been looking for. That shit's not callous. It's real. We get caught up in all these loyalties and all this other shit that means nothing. The first person you need to be loyal to is yourself. And if you're not getting fucked the way you need to get fucked, and someone's not stimulating you, titillating you, and exhilarating you in a way that makes you want to rip their motherfucking skin off and ride their ass to the fucking sunset, then I would say, move on. Stay friends. Say goodbye. I really don't give a damn, but be happy. How you gonna be walking around with someone and you're looking at this motherfucker like, please don't touch me. Please don't get too close to me. Oh God, how the hell did I get with you? Why be in a relationship? You're looking at your wife saying, what happened to you? You're boring as hell. Can't you do something new? Put on some new lipstick. Shit. Wash your ass. Change your underwear. Like, why do we take each other for granted? And that's how we start fantasizing about our friend's partner or spouse. Because then we start seeing, oh, she does this. Oh, he wears this. He works out. Oh, look how she bends over. Look, you start fantasizing about other people because the person that you're with, one, they're not in tune with themselves. Two, they're taking you for granted. They're taking themselves for granted. And that's how you start concocting fantasies in your head. I don't believe in fucking fantasies. I want reality. Reality. Now, if you want to stay with that person, cool, you do that shit. But I believe you should be honest saying, look, I got needs. You can't fulfill them. We tried. I still love you. Let's stay together. But I'm going to fuck this person over here. I won't tell you about it unless you want to know. Do you want to come watch? Whatever. It's cool. But let's try to stay together. But I'm going to get my needs met. And anyone who says they love me, you'll say, you know what? I love you enough. You go do that shit. I can't do it for you, but I want you to be happy. You go do it. You come home to me. We cuddle at night. What you think about that? Is that too progressive? Why? We claim that we love people to death, but we're going to sit back and allow someone that we love to be deprived. How does that work? How does that seem? That seems fucked up to me. That seems fraud-based shit. I don't deal with fraud-based shit. If you love me, you will give to me, and you will deliver to me, and you will blow my motherfucking head on, off, on, off, on, off. If you cannot blow my head on, off, then we ain't got shit to talk about. Relationships are a choice. Who you are sexually, spiritually, personally, professionally, that's who you are. No one can impose or infringe upon that. And it's okay to leave a goddamn relationship because you're not sexually fulfilled. Well, people can say, you're demented, you're off, you don't know how to have a real relationship. No, motherfuckers, let me tell you what a real relationship is. A real relationship includes touching, holding, romance, intimacy. It also includes the day-to-day boring shit. A good relationship does not constitute coming home every night at the same time, having dinner, watching TV, rolling over, going to sleep, and starting that shit over again. Point of relationship is to have romance, intimacy, to get fucked. And if you are not getting fucked, or if you do not want to get fucked by the person you're with, you don't have a goddamn relationship. You are a fucking prisoner. I wouldn't say a prisoner of war, but you're a prisoner of some bullshit. You're a prisoner of some shit. That is not a relationship. When you got into that relationship, you were getting fucked. You wanted to get fucked. Something's changed and now you're still in a relationship. That means you should have let that shit go and find somebody else who gets your shit dripping. I don't care who fucks dripping. Somebody needs to be fucking dripping. You need to be dripping. Either you're dripping with cum or you're dripping because you're motherfucking wet. It doesn't matter. You need to be dripping. If you're not dripping, what's the point? If you are not intoxicated by the scent of the person you're with, if you're not made fucking dizzy by the caress of the person you're with, why in the fuck are you with that person? Do you remember what it feels like to be alive? Do you remember? You gotta remember. Because we are in our bodies to live. And to live, you want to feel. You want to be stimulated. You want to be titillated. You want to be exhilarated. And if you're not feeling those things, your relationship is over. Now, the question is, how slow is the death of your relationship? Are you going to wait until somebody cheats and you get caught? Are you going to wait until someone comes the fuck home and you realize they moved the fuck out during the day? What are you going to wait for? We need to own our sexual beasts. We need to embrace it. We need to love it. We need to be it. We need to see it. We need to feel it. We need to own it. We also need to stop making fucking excuses for how we're wired. You're saying, well, it's wrong to sleep with a friend's wife or husband. In theory, it is. Yet it still happens. Why is that? Two people married to other people in committed relationships with other people, they are fucking one another. They both know it's wrong. Everyone knows it's wrong, but they're still fucking. So clearly, it's not wrong enough to keep them from fucking. Anything that wrong, people won't do. So you're saying, Tara, difficult and demanding, that sounds fucked up. It does sound fucked up, but I want to strip away the bullshit. If something is completely wrong, like murder, you will work very hard not to do that. But you still have people finding ways to sleep with their friend's wife, with their friend's husband, boyfriend, or girlfriend. Why is that? It must not be that goddamn wrong. And if you feel a need to cross a line, to cross a personal boundary of that extent, I would say you should break up with the person you're with and then go do what the fuck you want to do. If you're going to be raunchy, dirty, horny, whatever do that shit. You don't have to explain yourself to me or to anyone else. I'm saying clean it up. Now, have any of you ever fucked someone's wife, someone's husband, someone's boyfriend or girlfriend? I'm sure you have. And how did you feel? Did you feel bad? Some of you did. Some of you did not. The ones who did not, I got respect for you guys. Not because I'm evil and goddamn weird. It's because you own what you've done. You've owned what you are. And it is what a goddamn is. For those of you who saying, yeah, I did it and I feel horribly, I feel bad. If you feel horrible and you feel bad, then one, you shouldn't have done the shit. You shouldn't have engaged in it. One. Two, you should have enough courage to end the relationship you're in and move on with your life. If you're going to do something, do it. Have no regrets. If you feel bad, don't do it again. Fix the shit. Why live life with guilt, shame, regret? Why do that? Life is too short. If you knew you were going to feel bad, then you shouldn't have done the shit. If you didn't know you were going to feel bad, then you should have thought the shit through. The fact is, what good is guilt, shame, and regrets going to do? I'm going to assume that most of us are adults. And as adults, you got to take responsibility for what you're doing. Now, if you're worried of people calling you a home wrecker, a pervert, or whatever, people can call you what the fuck they want. They can call you Ronald McDonald. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing unless you believe it. What are they going to do to you? You ruin the family? You can't ruin the family if the shit is already ruined. Just because it looks like it's working doesn't mean it's working. Yeah, that's what I said. Just because some shit looks like it's working doesn't mean it's working. You got a lot of cars that look good on the outside, but the engines do not work. And relationships where people are not sexually fulfilled, it's like a car with no goddamn engine. And you're going around making other people feel good about the fact that you people are together. But the fact is, when's the last time you've had your dick sucked? And when's the last time you had your clit rubbed? Clit rubbed, let's be clear. Clit rubbed and you liked it. When's the last time you had someone make you moan, groan so goddamn loud that you forgot your neighbors may hear, and frankly, you didn't give a fuck because it feels so goddamn good? When have you felt that? You haven't felt it? That's too damn bad. That means you're with the wrong goddamn person. Life is supposed to be routine, stable, and fun, but life is also supposed to offer you a world of energy and bliss and fun and fulfillment. You can't get that if you're with someone who bores the fuck out of you and you would rather roll over, roll off the bed, and knock yourself out into a motherfucking coma. We stay in shit just because we don't want to be alone. We stay in shit because we don't want to fucking feel bad. Yet, when we have the opportunity, we will go and we will fuck someone else's husband. We will fuck someone else's girlfriend and wife. How is that okay? How does that sound? How does that seem? We got to get our shit straight. We got to get clear. We have to do better. We have to be better. And we have to own who we are and how we are. We really do. Now, I don't think I fully answered the question as far as why would you fuck a friend's wife or husband, girlfriend, or boyfriend? And I believe the reasons are very, very simple. One, it's convenient. It's easy access. No one would really suspect. The other reason is as follows. You want to know what it is? I bet you do. Both of you have something to lose. So it's in both of you guys' interest to exercise the utmost discretion. So just as though it's easy to have access to fuck this person because they wouldn't suspect it because you are friends, it's also a way to hold you both silent while you engage in this naughty, illicit, forbidden behavior. Because neither one of you want to cause a mess, mayhem, chaos. You don't go there. So it's like an unspoken rule where, hey, we're going to fuck. They're not going to suspect us. We're going to have easy access. And because we both have so much to lose, we don't have to worry about losing anything because we would be sabotaging our own lives and we don't want to do that. So it's a brilliant plan, but it's also a stressful plan. If you really don't want to be with the person you're with, let that person go. Let them be with someone who really enjoys them or want to be with them, or at least be honest with the person so that they know and they can prepare and they can find their own dick or pussy on the side. Why should you be or the other person be the only people that are getting their dick sucked or fucked the way they want to? No. They're probably unfulfilled also. So if you be upfront and honest and you can say, hey, this is what I want to do, you give that person the chance to 1, leave, 2, find somebody on the side for themselves and get fucked also, or 3, give them an opportunity to watch or participate. But like I said, I am very progressive in the way I approach things. So what causes people to throw away the rules of society? You know when people throw away the rules of society? When they don't think they're going to get caught. They have enough deprivation and wanting something so bad, desire, that if they can do something and get the fuck away with it, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to do something and get the fuck away with it. But if there's a chance, a high risk of getting caught, then all of a sudden those rules of society are our everyday shackles. But 9 times out of 10, if there's something you want and you wanted it, you desire it, and you can do it and not get caught, most of y'all motherfuckers are going to go ahead and do it and hope and pray that you do not get caught. So it depends on the circumstances. Now me, a person like me, if I want to do away with the rules of society, I'm going to do away with the rules of society. And I don't give 2 flying sheep if I get caught or not. But like I said, I am a rare form, a rare breed. I don't like the burden or the baggage of bullshit. And pretending is one of them. I don't like to pretend. I like to shoot straight between the eyes. So if I decide that I want to fuck a friend's husband, I'm going to approach that as direct and straight as possible. But I'm not going to do it unless the reward is worth the risk. What is the risk? Dealing with people's bullshit, judgments, interference in your business and all that. Yes, there's a cost to every goddamn thing you do. So I live by the thing where if I'm going to do something, I'm going to be ready, willing, and able to pay the price. If I can't pay the price, then I'm not going to goddamn do it. I'm not going to taste it. I'm not going to flirt it with it. I'm not going to flaunt it. I'm not going to do it. But not everyone thinks like me. You think if I can do it and get away with it, I will. Me, I'm only going to do it if I can pay the costs. If I can pay the costs, then it's on. It's on. I have no regrets. I have no guilt. I have no shame. I have no remorse. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. So why does our sexual energy consume us and force us to do things that are just not acceptable by society? Sexual energy, it's alive, it's living, it's a moving force. It cannot be contained for long. It cannot be controlled for long. It needs to move like everyone else. And like everything else. And sexual energy, depending on who you're with, it can grow. It can grow beyond your wildest dreams. And then you can be with another person who makes you lose all interest in sexual activity altogether. Yes, you can have a person that kills your goddamn libido. Because sexual energy, it's living, it's dynamic. And what I'm advocating for all of you is you want to be around people who bring that motherfucker to life. Yes, your sexual energy. You want to feel like the most powerful man or woman walking the face of this earth. We have to learn how to channel and harness our sexual energy. And we need to start flittering that shit away to people who are not worthy of touching us. There's power in desire. There's power in lust. There's power in passion. There's power behind your sexual energy. But we all must learn how to channel that shit. And when you channel it, you want to channel it where you get the highest reward and the less risk. But sometimes the greatest reward has the greatest risk. And you have to weigh what's of value, what's of importance to you. So why is illicit activity so exciting? To be honest with you, I'm going to simplify it. It's about desire. You want something. You can't have it. You don't have access to it all the time. You're wondering, you're wandering, you're hoping, you're wishing, you're praying. And all that's doing is cultivating more desire. And then when you get together, you have such little time. You want to make the most of it by fucking each other's brains out. Desire is one of the greatest things in the world. And if you can learn how to cultivate and stoke desire, you won't find yourself engaging in stupid ass shit like this that's going to cause you a lot of stress and heartache. No. But we don't know how to cultivate desire. We don't know how to speak and understand a woman. And a woman doesn't know how to speak and understand a man. And what happens over time is our desire, our romance for that person, it dwindles, it diminishes. But if we as women knew how to get our men going, and then in turn, after we get our men going, men are more than willing, ready, and able to please you. Yes, you can always have desire if you know what the hell you're doing. But got to be aware of your sexual energy. You cannot be watering it down, hiding, making excuses for it, feeling bad about it, judging it. No, you have to be who you are. And if you're a sexual beast or she-beast, own that shit. There's somebody for everybody. That doesn't make you a nymph. It doesn't make you a weirdo. It doesn't make you anything. It makes you a very powerful, self-aware person. But you must know what excites you. You must know why it excites you. And you must know how to cultivate desire. If you know how to cultivate desire in a man or a woman, you really don't have to engage in stupid shit like sleeping with someone's husband or wife, sleeping with someone's boyfriend or girlfriend, unless you choose to do that shit. And then if you choose to do it, I know and you know that you're ready, willing, and able to pay that price. Thrill sex is fun, but it's fleeting. It doesn't last for long. If you want to really have thrill sex where you have the most passion and the most desire, then you're going to have to learn how to cultivate, stroke desire from the man that you're with. Because once you get him going, he will do all that you need and want to please you. But we as women, we are the key. And you can't turn on the engine without the key. So once we learn how to use our key to rev a man up to whatever degree you want, and then you sit the fuck back and watch him take you over. And pure sexual bliss. Then you don't run the risk of getting your fucking teeth knocked out by fucking with someone's wife or husband. Makes sense? Very simple. Very simple. So the last thing I want to focus on is how do you get to the point of being ready, willing, and able to sleep with someone else's partner? How deprived, how horny, how needy must you be to say, fuck it all, let's do this shit? Think about what I'm saying. Your needs must have gone so unfulfilled for so long that your judgment-making skills have become impaired due to horniness. Yes, due to horniness, your judgment-making skills have gone out the window. We must never let ourselves get to this point. I'm telling you guys now, and I've said it over and over again, if you are in a relationship where you are generally happy, but your sexual needs are not getting fulfilled, I would tell you that you are not in a relationship. And I would encourage you to have an honest conversation with the person that you're with. And you give them an opportunity to address what your needs and wants are. But after you give them that opportunity and they cannot or do not deliver, then at that point in time, as far as I'm concerned, you have a free pass to go do who and how the fuck you want, and they should let you go. And if they can't let you go to do that shit, that means you're in a relationship with the wrong person, because anyone who says they love me, you will work to fulfill me. And if you cannot fulfill me, then you will love me enough to let me go and do what the fuck I need to do so I can come back to you. And if you cannot let me do what the hell I need to do and come back to you, then I won't come back to you at all. Life is about fulfillment and happiness, and that is what it will be for me. Tell me what it's going to be for you. Whose happiness means more to you? The person you're with? Or your happiness? You can't take care of anyone until you take care of yourself. And if you're wanting and needing and desiring someone else, you're with the wrong person. I don't care if every part of their being is perfectly aligned with who you are and how you are. You're still settling. You want to be excited, head over heels, to climb into bed next to your loved one, because you know, and they know, you're going to rock each other's world. But if you don't have that, I would say, what the fuck are you doing? If you found one, you'll find another one. And if you really want to sleep with your friend's wife, girlfriend, husband, or boyfriend, boss up on that shit. What does that mean? Be honest about it. Be forthright about it. You want him or her so bad? Defend it. Own it. Take whatever comes with it. Yeah. That's what I mean by boss the fuck up on it. If you want someone or something that bad, then you don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, and you will hold your ground and withstand whatever comes your way to be with that person. But if you can't withstand the consequences or the risk, I would tell all of you, don't fuck with that person. Leave them alone. They're a waste of your time. So, if you continue wanting to keep sleeping with other people's spouses, partners, that's your business. But don't feel bad about it. Own your decision. Own what you've done. Change it. Leave it. Whatever. But be happy. I'll talk to you guys next week. Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and let me know what you think about this episode and my podcast. You can try and slide into my DM, but I will kick your ass out. So I suggest you hop into my DM on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding, or Twitter at Mrs. D&D, or leave a comment on one of my posts. Episode 80 is here on May 31st, 2019 from the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast.